Hey everybody, and welcome to yopoptv News. My name is Robert, also known as Grandpa, and today we're doing an NFT edition where we're going to go over the difference 5800 packs does to a set. So as you guys know, that the game House of Dragons came out and the packs sold very slow. I don't know if there was a lot of flippers that didn't buy or people weren't sure or the reason why, but 5800 premium packs were not sold, which is about 14% of the total run. So it changes everything in number wise. So a lot of pieces ever come out, so forth. So give me an example. So each set was 31,250, actually pack wise, standard and premium packs, 31,250. We're going to use Game of Thrones as a comparison because it's a set that's closest to it. The exact same number of packs were made. Except you're going to take away 5,800 packs from the House of Dragons side. So we compare the two sets the grails were 999 of each on both sets. The legendaries on House of Dragons were 2,600, where Game of Thrones were 2,700. So the set was already a little bit smaller. And then there was a big number difference in the royalty. In House of Dragons, the royalty is only 3,500, where the Game of Thrones was 4,500. So 3,500 compared to 4,500. Big, huge difference. This is before taking into consideration any modifications and so forth. So we'll go back and show you real quick. On Game of Thrones, actually I started off on the wrong one. On Game of Thrones, by the time you got done with the numbers, only 3,057 of the royalty sets were redeemed. Then you go look at each one of the legendaries, and there was about approximately on an average of about 2,650 of them each one made or released. And then the Grail, there was 978. Okay, so not far off, within a couple percentage and stuff like that. And you can always expect that because on Game of Thrones, there was approximately 2% of the packs that were not opened. So almost 2.5% of the standard packs weren't open, and looks like about 1.5% of the premium packs that didn't get open. So because of that, the numbers are down a little bit because, you know, if those didn't get open, then the chances of those packs having the cards didn't get. So when you go back to the other side and you look at the 5,800, we don't know exactly what the numbers are going to come down to, but we can come up with an estimate of the possibility of the high side. So let's go over real quick on the Grail. If you subtract 14%, you're going to be right around the 860 mark of only on the Grails. On the legendaries, there's only going to be 2,350 of each one made, and on the royalty, there's only going to be 3,000 made. So if you compare those numbers right off the bat, they're going to be a lot lower. If everything goes the way, and let's say that House of Dragons completely sells out or redeems out, and everybody redeems everything, then there's still going to be 140 less Grails, 350 less of each legendary, and probably there could be about the same because it was 3,050 on the Jon Snow's that sold. So Vagar is going to probably top out about 3,000 as a possibility. So just a small number on that particular one, but that's assuming if they're all, you know, collected. And I don't know if that's going to. I don't think that's going to happen. So personally, I feel that this set is an actually undervalued set. This set could be worth a lot more than what it shows. We'll kind of go over prices right now where everything sets. So on the Grails, you got Daemon at 425. First one I'll say will be House of Dragons. Second one will be Game of Thrones. So Daemon's at 425. Daenerys is at 450. So it's within $25 of each other, but it's going to be 140 pieces less than the other one. Well, we don't know if it'll be 140. At least at this point, it's going to be about 118 difference. So if this set holds the popularity like the Game of Thrones set is, this still has room even to grow at this point. All the legendaries, 2,600 of them were made, or 2,650 were actually produced through Game of Thrones, but House of Dragons, there's only going to be 2,350. So there could be a 300 piece difference at the minimum. There's a chance for more packs not being hit, somebody not redeeming their pieces in and stuff like that. So numbers can even be a lot lower than what I'm, have is what I figured the maximum could be. And then you're talking about, like I said, the royalty is going to be right about even with each other, not counting this other side, which let's see, we've got price wise, House of Dragons, you got Aemond, which is 128, Rhaenyra, which is 59, Viserys, which is 135, and you got Sir Christian Cole at $40. Compared to Game of Thrones, which Jaime's at 60, Many Faces of Arya is 80, Jaqen is 160, and the Hound is 130. Okay. Now, I know those are estimates and so forth of what they're going to be because I don't think they've gotten out in the market enough for be able to do what they need to do at this particular point. And then if you go look at Pop and Stock, right now, Vagar, to build the set based off the individual cards on Atomic Hub would cost you about, on Atomic Hub, would cost you about $128 a build, where they estimate that Jon Snow is going for about 110, which to me that seems a little bit low. I think he goes a little bit higher than that. So my whole point of this is that because of them cutting the packs down, it's going to cut the number of the individual cards that are going to be out there. So it's going to cut down as many of the pieces as go. So keep in mind, if you're collecting a set and you want to get going in a set, it's going to be a lower number on everything. Like I said, Grail 860 approximately. It could be a couple percent variance, but it should be around 860. Legendary should be 2,350, and the royalty should be 3,000. So those are pretty low numbers as far as a set that's going to be this popular. I'm actually very shocked that the sets didn't sell out, even without flippers. I mean, based off the last set. I mean, look at the last one. The last one came out, Game of Thrones, sold out. Prices dropped. Okay, they tried to go up at first, then they came down. You could have bought packs in the $29 range, you know, or premium packs, and sat there for a little while. But then all of a sudden, people started getting into the set, and all of a sudden, more people came in, and all of a sudden, the price started going up. And I'm pretty sure by the time it was done, it seems like the packs were up there in price, pretty close to what they're, well, $50, $60, I think. So that's just surprising that. This set right now, even though the pack prices are already up to $70 for premium and between $27 and $30 for a standard pack, I think those prices are going to be a little bit low. So if you want to get into them and buy packs and try opening up, I think probably around now, you know, close to each drop, it might be its lowest points. I know sometimes it'll drop down to about the 60, 65 area. I'd say if you can get them at those prices, you can grab them, but eventually it's not going to keep dropping down, because the packs seem to be more and more disappearing. See, right now on pack-wise, there are only, I'm using Pop and Stock. They're not paid advertisement, but great information if you're collecting NFTs and you want to try to keep up what's going on. It'll tell me how many cards have been hit, how many packs have been opened. So I'll give you a quick little rundown here. So pack-wise, 96.86% of the premium packs have been opened. 92.05% of the standard packs are open. On total, about 94.5% roughly of packs have been opened altogether. So we know that out of the royalty sets, we know that there's 1,405 royalty sets that have been collected as of right now. And you can see who the top 10 people are that are collecting them. And so we got one person that seems to lead the way most of the time. But in a lot of lower numbers, and I have to say the numbers seem a little bit lower on this particular set than it did on the other one. See if I can run them both at the same time so we can, I know I can't do them next to each other, but yeah, see, by the time it was all said and done, I mean, look at the two top people were 60, and you had 40s, 30s, 20s, and personally, I feel this set is a much better, I wasn't going to collect a set at all, to be honest with you, because we don't watch the show. But I at least got the royalty, because I thought the royalty piece was a cool piece. But here you got 11 to 60 pieces being collected by the top 10 people. So what we got, 160, 190, about 220, 240, 260. So 300, almost 300 sets are just collected between 10 people. Then you go to Game of Thrones, or the House of Dragons. And as of this point right now, you know, the top hasn't even broke 100 yet. What do we got? 8, 13, 19, 31, 52. So what, 76? So a lot less number, but yet it's going for a little bit more, about $128 compared to $110. But only 1,405 have been hit so far. And then you can also take a look and see what individual sets, like so far 811 of the grails have been collected, and approximately about 2,100 of each of the legendaries have been collected. So there's not a lot left. Less than 5% of the, well, no, less than 5. What did I say it was? Yeah, about 5% of the packs left. So numbers are pretty low. So even if 50 of each one of these get hit, see, I'll put it about, what, 866? So right around what I said. So if you want to get into this set, it might be a good time to get into this set now, because I think it's got a lot of possibilities to go up. So crazy little thing. So guys, if you like this type of information, you like pack openings on the NFTs, or if you like previews of the sets before they come out, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification so you're notified when our next video is. This is the first time I've done a comparison type of episode, but we always do a drop reveal type of episode, which right now the next one's going to be Hanna-Barbera 2. We know what 2 of the cards are going to be. We know what the Grail and one of the legendaries are, but we're waiting to find out what the rest of the set is before we put out our video. And we always do a pack opening. Whether we collect the set or not, we will always open up some packs so you guys can open up with us and see how we do and how the packs go. Some new information I found out that might be interesting to you guys is, and a lot of you seem to already know this, but don't hold off on opening up your packs. You know, in the beginning, it seemed like it worked really well for us. So 4 out of the first 5 sets that we opened up, or 4 out of the first 6, we opened up, we hit grails. And then we haven't hit a grail, I don't think, since. I could be wrong. It's hard to remember all that stuff, but it just seems like they're harder to get. And in the last couple sets, we open up usually on Thursdays, but this time we opened up on Friday on the last one. We opened a couple $100 a pack, or $150 to $200 worth of packs, and we got one legendary, so not too good. But open your packs on the first day. There's so many people that open packs that it seems like it's a lot more random and a better chance of doing it. Number-wise, it shouldn't make any difference, you know, in the long run. I mean, there's so many packs, there's so many being done, and it should finish off the same, but who knows. Also, hit the like button. Like button gets this video ground so other people will find out about us and they can check out the information. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you find this stuff interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. It's one of the few sets that we could do this on. The only other set that I can remember, and don't quote me, there could probably be one more, and one of you guys will let me know in the comments down below. But the only other set that had a large number of pack burn was DC2. And I don't remember what the comparisons were there, but I guarantee if you go back and look, I think you're going to see the numbers that reflect properly of what it was supposed to be. But if there was one more, you guys, remind me down below, because I want to say there seems like there was one that was a lot less pieces, but I can only think of the 2. So thanks for watching. You guys have a great day, rest of the day, and we'll catch you on our next video.